What up, you awesome sauce hackers? It's your boy, the humble hacker from CHICAGO, Shy Ronin, back with both a video walkthrough as well as a much needed vacation. How's your weekend going? Anybody watch Zack Snyder's Justice League? I did, and it was amazing genitals. Side note, Joss Whedon should never touch a camera again. His version was more like watching a demented couple, Bats and Wonder Woman, acting like sick pedos picking up heroes in a blacked out panel van with free candy spray painted on the side, talking to the Flash and Cyborg like Herbert from Family Guy. Hey there, Mr. Flash. You want to get in my fancy car and go get some popsicles? I have some change in my pocket, but you're gonna have to come help fish 'em out. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, rant over on that. For today's machine, we'll be working on SAR from the Offensive Security Proving Grounds. This machine was pretty interesting, as we get to learn about exploitation via command executions. On top of that, something new, which is manipulating files with Cronjobs. Sounds very interesting, yes? Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to stay updated on future content. Awesome sauciness. Weapons ready? Let's get it. Okay, let's begin. All right, we're going to begin with our nmap scan. We have our nmap -SC for safe scripts, -SV to enumerate versions, -P in order to get all ports, -A to fill in the gaps with OS detection and other service enumeration, -OA to output all formats, and our IP address. Since we already ran this, I'm just going to go and cat out the result there. And we have port 20 and 80 open. All right, so let's go with directory busting with GoBuster here. Okay, running GoBuster using the directory busting module, specifying our word list, -Q for STFU, got our URL, -X for the extensions that we want, PHP, PHTML, HTML, HTML, TXT, and SH. There's our output with our 200 threads. Now, since we already ran that one, let's go ahead and cat this out. Hang on 1 second. Need to do that one again. There we are. Okay, and it looks like that we have these paths here. So let's begin with robot.txt, which is like what we have here. And it looks like this brings us to the start to HTML path. Right? We have this tab open, which shows what this is. SAR to HTML. We have version 3.2.1. All right, and let's start downwards and seeing what these files are. So we have write.sh. Okay, let's go and get that, and then we have finally.sh. Let's grab that. And we have our PHP info. Okay, so let's grab these. And SARS, we have that one. And rate.sh. Okay, and replace all. And let's see what these are. So we have cat write.sh. So it looks like this is calling bash. And this is creating an empty directory path to temp gateway. All right. Let's see what it finally reads. And looks like this is just calling this to just add to this path here. Okay. Let's keep this in our booty pocket for right now. And let us see what we can find from here. All right. Go to our search exploit, try to look something up. Okay, search exploit. Okay. Line by line, drop it down. Just going to backspace until we get something. Okay. Okay. Here we go. All right. Looks like we have remote command execution. So let's grab this and look into it. So in order to grab it, we're just going to go run search exploit again, -m for mirror. Oops. Copy this path here, and that will download it over into our path. And I already have it, already saved. So we're just going to go no and read this here. Okay. So let's see. In web application, you will see index.php !plot URL extension. So here's what the path should look like. Okay, the IP address index.php plot equals semicolon. Command here will execute the command you entered after the command injection. Press select #host and your command's output will appear at the bottom of the scroll screen. Alright, so let us see what we can find from that. Okay, so we are here. So according to this exploit, we will have to add index.php to the end of this file path and then equals plot. So let us do that. So we have this. Index.php !plot equals semicolon, and let's go with something simple like ID. Let's hit enter. Okay, and we have a response here, semicolon ID. We have a new button, and then we have 3 drop downs. So let's start from the top, see what they have. Okay, there is no defined host, and it looks like we have the results of entering ID here, meaning we can perform command execution. Now let's see what type of applications that we're running with here. So let's find if we have which, let's see if netcat's installed on here. So let's go which in C. And we have netcat installed. Let's try Python now. Okay, there's no defined host. It doesn't mean that we cannot try. So let us look up a netcat reverse shell here. Okay, go to payload all the things. Whoops. Should have went back a step and clicked on net. All right. So here are reverse shells. We have netcat installed. Let us see if we can utilize this here. And we're going to change our IP address. So let's open up a new tab. Let's split this horizontally. Get our IP address with ADDR. Let's go ahead and paste this out. Copy this IP address. Whoops. Place this here. Copy this line. Set up a netcat listener. Where do I want to use it? Let's just use it here. NLVP 4242. Enter here. Go back over to here. And let's change which Python to this netcat payload here. Let's hit enter. And looks like it is not working. Alright, so let's try another method. We're going to use, let's try Python instead. So I went and wrote out a little script here for Python. And what this is, we're calling Python 3. We can change this to 1, 2.7. But I want to try this one first. So we're going to run the command. We're going to import the socket module, subprocess NOS, specifying our socket, which is S, and then saying we're going to open one up here. We're going to connect over to the target, which is this IP address here. Get rid of that. Then we're going to go call the OS, import PTY. This is going to help us create more of an interactive terminal. And we're going to use PTY spawn and call bin bash here. All right, let's go ahead and copy that down. Go here, remove this. And let's run it. Okay. Whoops. All right. One tick. Make sure everything here is correct. All right, and let's get rid of this. Okay. Oh, wait, whoops. Oh, okay, so see here. Okay. PYTHON3. Oh, whoops. Might have been a mistype somewhere around here. All right, let's take another. Let's make sure everything's correct. Right. Oops. Should be fine. Oopsies. That does not go there. Okay, looks like we're having a little bit of a communication issue on here, so one moment to fix that. Sure, connected. Whoops. There we go. Oh, that's why. Okay. Just found out why. I, like a doof, had this connecting to itself. As you can see here, IP address, this is of the target, and this is my bad. Alright, let's fix these again. So let's go back a step and go back to this payload here, cover our bases. Whoops. Back here again. Let's do that. Change that to that. And that to that. Now, let us see what happens. Let's run this one here. Doobie doobie doo. Find our little netcap path here, which is right there. Okay, so that one fails. Let's try this one. Ah, Excelsior! There we are. So now we have our shell here. Now let us begin our post-exploitation. Now that we have the shell, navigate over to our temp folder, tmp. Alright. Now let's split this vertically. And look for our enumeration scripts. So I'm gonna go to the linps, start our HTTP server. Okay, and let's make sure we have our IP address here. Now we're going to run wget IP address. Wait, what was that? What just happened there? Hang on. There we go. Okay. Had me worried for a second. All right, so we're going to go wget our IP address 8000. Oh crap, it just closed all of my tabs. Oh, fiddle faddle. Okay. We'll just keep rolling with it. Okay. So, let's ls chmod plus x linps sh linps, not lippies, and let's run it and see what we can find. Okay, caching directories. Here's our legend. We're going to keep an eye on anything that's in red, yellow, or red. Now, while that's running, let's go and see. Ooh, look at this. We have a cron job. All right, looks like it's running. So this cron job is running as root to this file path as sudo to run this here. Okay. All right. Let's just open a whole new terminator terminal right here. Now, remember, look at what finally does. Finally is being ran, looks like as root to write.sh. And write.sh just simply touches this file here. So if we're reading this correctly, this runs as root every 5 minutes. All right. So what is something that we can do since it's being ran as root? Actually, let's check the permissions of this file here. Yeah, it's ran as root, but always paste to cover our bases. And this is still running here. Okay, so while this is running, and now that we know that it's running as root, one thing that we can do is attempt to set up a reverse shell in this file if we can edit it. Let's check how this is running. Still on ICMP, not available. Fiddlesticks. All right. Let us look at here. and see what type of reverse shell we can use. Okay, so we have these are the netcat. Let's scroll up. And we want a bash shell, so let's pick this one. Okay. Paste that here. Grab our IP address. Paste that here. Change this port to 4.3 instead, since we're still connected to number 1. And let's see if we can edit that file either on here or on our system. All right, and crap, I lost the tab that had that Python HTTP server on it. All right, so I'm just going to set up another one on another port in this window. Just not yet. I want to make sure this is complete first. All right, taking its sweet old. Okay, there we go. All right. Now, almost forgot to mention one other trick that we can do in order to see what cron jobs are running is simply going cron tab -L. This will. Let's see, no cron tab for dash. That. Okay, so no cron tab for www data. Okay, so this one's not running any cron jobs. So we are fine there. Now, let us locate where those files were, and I believe they were in var /www.html. Okay, so here they are. Now let's see if we can edit them. Let's see if they have nano. Okay, you do. And let's go. Actually, wait. Let's check the permissions all together first. So we're gonna go ls.la. Okay, so this is very interesting. So finally.sh is being ran as root. We have, let's see, user, group, and global. And looks like that this file here, right.sh, has it all around. So we should be able to manipulate this folder no problem. So let's, instead of doing nano on finally, we will do it on write instead, because if you remember, write.sh simply touches a file. It just creates an empty file over on temp gateway. So let's see if we can write to this. Okay, error opening terminal window. All right, so what other thing can we do? We can simply do this on our system. All right, and we already have that file there, so let's go pico write.sh. Okay, touch the gateway there. Let's take this, get rid of this whole line, just paste this here, save it. Now let's run this again. Copy that. Let's start our HTTP server. On a different port this time, 88.1. Okay. Go back here. Oops. wget 88.1. Okay, so downloaded it and it saved it as write.sh.s1. So now, in order to make this work, we're going to have to edit the file name for this one. So we're just going to simply go copy write.sh to write.sh. to write dot back. All right. Let's make sure it changed there. Yes, it did. Let's remove the original file. Then cp copy write.sh.1 to simply write.sh. Okay. Now that that is done, over on this window here, let's go ahead and close this out. Let's set up another netcat listener on the new port that we have set. Have that listening here. Oops. Not supposed to have freaking that there. There we go. Okay. So now we're listening on port 4243 here. And we're still on port 4242 on this session here. Now, according to this, this cron job runs every 5 minutes. So, what that should mean is that after 5 minutes, these files should be running here. So what I'm going to do, so I'm not boring you guys, I'm going to go ahead and pause it. And when I come back, after 5 minutes, we should have our shell. Okay, and we're back. And as we see here, we have a root shell that has just spawned after the cron job had ran after 5 minutes. So let's confirm this. Got ID, root, and who am I? Root. Cool. Now, let's go ahead and find them flags. So, let us just cd into home. ls, not ks. There we are. We got our local file here. Let's see what that love's all about. Nothing in this house. So let's go to the root folder, and here are our flags here. All right, we have successfully rooted this box. Thank you again for joining me on this wonderful journey on pen testing this machine here from the Offensive Security Proving Ground. I'm Shah Ronan, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share for future content. I am out.